The views and opinions in this video and comments to this channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions of this channel's broadcaster. If you have a complaint about something or find the content is being used incorrectly, please don't contact the broadcaster.
This is Balaclava Diaries. We're toxic, we're talking aggressive. If you don't like it, send a message. We're weed stimulated, educated, top rated, and never baited. I am the OG Mac G. To the right of me is a human computer Steve. He's no longer a felon, he's a free man. And Incognegro's not here. He's not feeling well. We miss you, bro. Hope to see you soon. Today, the show is brought to you by the word Kiga. 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 The definition of this is enterprising, music knowledge, savoir-faire with a little bit of street edge, Afrobeat king, house beat king. He's basically the collective that Toronto never had. Welcome to the show, Kiga. Big him up, clap him up, clap him up, clap him up. Okay.
The crowd goes wild.
So, brother, thanks for coming on the show, man. We appreciate you coming on.
Always a pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Oh man, we've been waiting for this for a while. I've been trying to get you on the show, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's good to have you for the beginning of the year, and I appreciate it, man. I really do, because I know you're a busy man. You're a really busy man. So
yeah. Thanks, man. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too, man. Happy New Year, Computer Steve.
Yo, mine's today, bro.
Oh shit. Big it up. What's your
Orthodox New Year was the 14th, technically.
Okay, so big that up.
Yeah.
Orthodox New Year. All right.
Yeah, Orthodox New Year is the 14th. Pardon? Yeah. Christmas is 7th, New Year's is 14th.
Okay, so big that up. Happy New Year, my G. I really,
Well, half of me.
that.
Technically half of me.
Okay.
Half my New Year.
So, we want to start it off with your, the beginning, where it started, your origins. Where were you born? Where'd you come from? Like, I heard you're a deep guy, so I want to get deep. Pause. You know what I'm saying? So, where are you from?
I'm from Burundi. I was born there in a city called Bujumbura. I left there when I was 8 months old. I mostly grew up in Ethiopia, and then went to boarding school in the United States and came here for university. And I've been living in Toronto ever since.
Boarding school in the United States?
Yeah.
What was that like, just coming straight out of like Africa? You know what I'm saying? Like, what was that like?
It was chill, I was like, I was there for like just 1 year. It was like my 12th year of high school.
Yeah.
And I went to a Catholic school there. It was in Erie, Pennsylvania. So like out of
Erie, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I've been living in Toronto ever since. Yeah.
How many places have you been in the world?
Probably around like 15, 20.
What's the best three? Top three.
Top three. It's hard to decide about that, but definitely like the States is like one of my favorite places.
America.
In the world.
You love America. Okay.
I love France.
Okay.
What else? I love Kenya in general, like as an African country. Yeah, Kenya.
I heard Kenya's booming, fam. I heard Kenya you can get a lot for a little. You know what I'm saying? Is that true?
I wouldn't say that, because like I feel like the purchasing power depends on the country. So like it can be expensive for the people there, but I guess if you have Canadian dollars, like it can sound cheap a little bit, but it's not that cheap now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're obviously here for your love of music.
Yeah.
You're a music kind of like mini mogul in the city. You've created something in a short span of time.
Yeah.
Where was the first place you DJ'd?
The first place I DJ'd, so like I went to Glendon College, like which is part of York University, but it's like a French campus.
Okay.
And they had an African student association there.
Okay.
And the president of the association, she came up to me because she knew I love music, but I had never DJ'd before. So she was like, "Yo, you want to come DJ?" I was like, "Okay, I know how to use virtual DJ."
That's what you're using, virtual DJ?
Yeah, man. So I went to the club. I had my computer.
Okay.
Turned on virtual DJ, and like I started playing, and like I just see people on the table just jumping, going crazy. And I was like, "Yo, that's a crazy feeling." So ever since
So wait, at your first party you ever DJ'd, mans are jumping on the DJ table?
yeah, they were pushing the table. I was like shaking. I was like, yo, I don't know what I'm doing, but yeah, it was a great experience, and I've been
Okay.
trying to chase that feeling for the ever since.
So it was like a high, like a crackhead.
Yeah,
You
you
got
just
that
like,
first
woo.
hit, and you're like, it's
Yeah,
never been the same since, has
never
it?
been never been the same since.
Okay, so
Virtual DJ is a throwback. Though.
like you have this collective Caruza. Like,
Yeah.
explain to me what Caruza is. Like, what is Caruza? It's a cool name, but like, what is that?
So the name it comes from a South African DJ that dropped a song called Cruiser. And at that time, I built it with one of my friends. Her name was Natasha. We were trying to find a name that was like kind of cool and stuff. And she sent me a tweet of the DJ, and he was explaining Cruiser because he had just dropped the song, which means the act of doing something that makes you happy. So I was just like, that's really my philosophy in life. Like, I want to try to figure out how to do what makes you happy and just live with that and just spread that energy to other people so they can do what makes them happy too.
Happiness is the vibe, but
Yeah.
that's a tiring job. How did you guys grow so quickly?
Oh, that's kind of hard because I think like Cruiser for me at first it was the idea was to create something of some sort of like a company where I can like explore like all my creative avenues and just flourish in them.
Yeah.
So I wanted to like create my own tribe, like kind of or like my own world in this world. So I was just trying to build like an entertainment company and like that would help me do whatever I want to do creatively, whether it's DJing, production, maybe one day like interior design, architecture, like all those type of different things that I really want to do.
Okay.
I had to create a company that where I can flourish and also have like do cool things with my friends. So that's what the idea of the collective was about.
So you're pretty much putting 100% of yourself into this.
Yeah, 100%.
Every
That's the
day.
first time I'm committed to something. I have commitment issues, but this is my first time going 5 years like building this.
So imagine getting over that like trauma, like being scared to commit and then actually doing it and then jumping off like this for the first time. Like that's kind of
Yeah, that's like the most proud thing I am about it. Like my mom always, when she calls me, she's like, "Yeah, when you were a kid, like anytime something was hard, you just give up." And that sentence like just stays in my head, and I try to change that every day, And I think Cruiser is where I found like the confidence, like the everything into it. So
I was looking up cruising now.
Huh?
Yeah, I was looking up cruising now, and it's like it's a Swahili word.
It's a what?
It says it's like a Swahili word.
No, it's from South Africa. I'm not sure which South African language it is,
Oh,
but
okay. Yeah, I don't know how
but
many.
yeah, it's from South African country, South Africa. So yeah.
okay. So, um, plans for the future, like Caruso, like it did crazy things, but what are some plans for the future? What's going on?
The plan is to scale it to the like $1 billion company, like an entertainment company. Like I always like I'm a big Jay-Z fan, so I love what he does with like Rock Nation and just like how he handles his business. So I think the idea is to like just start out because they started with Rockefeller and now it's just like something huge.
Right.
So I just want to build like an entertainment company that was going to be able to shape culture in Canada and around the world. So there's like the record label is really the big dream, but we'll see if it's like come in the near future or not. But that's one of the
So I'm
plans.
gonna ask you a tricky question.
Yeah.
Right. What were the first 5 steps when you started?
Yeah.
And what are going to be the next 5 steps?
Oh, okay.
In your opinion?
Yeah.
So first 5 steps when you started.
Yeah.
And the next 5 steps now that you got to this point.
Okay. So I think like the first steps that I did, like I wrote the 25 things I want to accomplish in life.
Right.
And then I try to narrow it down to the 3 things that I can do right now. So at that time, I had the label, that other ideas and stuff, but I was like, yo, I don't have the capital or the expertise or like the right people to do that. But I've been doing parties for a while. I kind of know the scene in the city, so I know I'm capable of doing that. And also, I was a DJ, so I started. That was the first step, like understanding that this is something I can do right now.
Right.
And then the idea was to build a community through events, like really finding like being authentic, finding my tribe, and just like really figuring out my like where I fit in the landscape of the city, you know? So just
Which
like
city are we talking about right now?
Toronto.
Okay.
Yeah, just like
Okay.
try to see how I fit in the scene and like just bring something different and just like a different energy. Cause like Canada in general is a lot of like people that are like immigrants. So I think like everybody's like have like something to say and have something to bring. And I think like Cruiser just fit nicely because like we just Africans and like wanted to like share our voice, share our knowledge, and just bring like something new to Canada and just be part of like Canadian culture.
Sick.
Yeah.
That you fucked me up. Anyway.
Yeah. So now the 5 steps I'm looking at to like
Yeah.
reach the next level, it's really about now it's about like scaling the business, like understanding like what growth do I need to do. So that's like mostly focusing on like growing the community. So figure out like different things that we could do to like reach a bigger audience, whether it's
Right.
like content creation, doing music, doing merch, doing maybe start promoting shows for like African acts from the diaspora, whether it's from like the UK, the States, or like Africa itself,
Right.
bringing them to the city and just like they're gonna like give like their audience is gonna be there and then they will discover Cruiser through that, doing content like people finding us on like social media. That's a way to grow the audience and like even travel and connect it with like other collectives like around the world,
Right.
like building up like
As you've been
that
doing.
like
As you've
cross
been doing.
collaboration, like figuring out like just how to grow the audience so that the business can grow and just scale it. So I think those are the next steps to do.
You
I
hear
do
that,
like
ladies
the
and gentlemen? That's okay. Just I'll let you go, but it's honestly the craziest thing that you brought up scale,
Yeah.
because it's just like this the problem of a lot of businesses and why a lot of businesses fail is that they don't kind of weigh out what they should be doing when they should be doing it and how they're going to get to that point. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it sounds to me like you kind of had an organic spiel into scale. You know what I mean? From like just DJing parties, and you're like, shit,
what?
I have something here. I'm going to do this. Then you know what I mean? It just
Yeah.
kind of snowballed. But
Yeah.
some people don't have that effect all the time. You know what I mean? A lot of people go through ups and downs. So could you speak to some of the ups and downs that you've had through the process of Cruiser? Like, couldn't have been all sun and roses. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. I think the hard part is just like as an artist is just like discovering yourself, like finding your voice, because like there's so much noise outside and like sometimes you get distracted. So
right,
like taking the time to like learn about yourself, be self-aware, so that you're just not a follow the leader guy. Like you just like, oh, this is what's popping, I'm gonna go there. Like you guys gotta be aware of who you are. And sometimes like discovering things about yourself just hurts, like whether it's
yeah,
like traumas or
say
like
it again.
and just like anything, it can be anything, and just like being like, fuck, I'm really like that. Like just like and then I think that was like the toughest challenge, like being able to like see like where you fit and like your principles, your values, like what are you never gonna compromise on, like just being sure assertive of like who you are so that nobody just like fucks you over.
Yeah,
And it's really hard when like there's so much distraction, so much going on, and especially with social media, like you can easily become a sheep. And I think that was like
1000%.
the hard part. The second hard part is just I think like in because like Toronto is like a very new city. There's no like you wouldn't say there's like a Toronto culture like where like it's like you go to Paris like it's 100-year-old city where like there's
Right.
so much history.
We're a
But here,
baby. We're a baby.
yeah, here we're a
Remember,
baby and there's so much to be built. So like we don't really necessarily have the right infrastructures and like not we don't really have somebody to guide us or like a book or like people that I don't know, like there's been work or like a certain foundation, but just like we still kind of all over the place. So really figuring out, like, finding an OG or a mentor in what you want to do, because like sometimes what I'm trying to build is like kind of singular, like nobody has ever done that. So like, who do I reach out for to like ask questions or like guide me into certain things? So that was like also a hard thing, because like you're really on your own, you know. Sometimes you just like figuring it out on your own. I wish like somebody could give me the steps and just like be like, this is the manual, or like if you ever need any questions, or like,
here's the next step. Not even a manual, just try this next.
Yeah.
See where you are right now? This is your next move.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That helps a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I'm really hoping that, like, you know, I could get the furthest I can, and then, you know, help out the next generation to get to where I was. I am like the fastest way possible, you know, sharing the knowledge, the expertise, and everything I've done, and just being able to do that. Yeah, definitely. But I think that's the most exciting too. You know, it's a gift and a curse, because like that excites me the most, because I'm like, wow, we're about to like change history, like be part of history, and like really shape a city. You know,
the real ego is coming out. I love that. I love that. Like, okay, Computer Steve.
Some of the ego, it's like, okay.
No, but he's sick. He's sick.
Thank you,
OG.
Like OG, I'm allowed now, right?
Yeah,
it's okay. Thank you. Thank
you. He went off.
Pardon?
He went off.
What you just said, it's like a new city. It's like we've touched on this before. It's like we don't have that yet, so it's like it's just starting. Literally, like establishing shit is like just starting.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like there's no one to guide you because it doesn't exist. So like, there's literally no one that could.
Yeah.
But it's like when you figure it out, like you're like you guys could set a foundation that's like good for the city.
Yeah.
And nothing exists. You're like,
yeah,
you could be still good 40 years from now. You know.
Yeah.
And the second part was like I want to talk about was like the idea of like collectives.
Yeah.
That was like a thing historically for arts, like always worked. And then for the last 20 years, it's coming back now in general, like across the states, like here too. That shit was dead for 20 years.
Yeah.
It was all like solo individual. But even when you look at music historic, like you said, you're like
shout out to
like
the
a Jay-Z fan, like Rockefeller, right? Like that was a collective.
Mm-hmm.
It's like whether they liked it or not, they were. And it's like it always started like that, and then all that shit died.
Yeah.
But even for arts, like the group of seven for like painting, you know, it was always like collectives did well for a while.
Yeah, for sure.
So you brought up the point that you can't do it alone.
Yeah.
What are some of the relationships that you've garnered, whether it be mentors or mini mentors or, you know, guys that, you know, have helped you along the way, like that you would want to shout out right now and give, you know, praise to? Because I know it takes a village, you know what I'm saying? So who are some people that have helped to guide the way through, you know, this process of Caruso?
I feel like in Toronto, there's definitely Gavin, the guy from
Remix. Big up Gavin.
Yeah, big up Gavin. He's like, I call him the godfather of the city. Huh?
He runs
Remix. No. We just connected, and like ever since, like, you know, when I have kind of a questions or like when I need dots to be connected, I just ask him because he knows everybody, you know.
So you're saying Gavin's the plug?
Yeah, he's the
the
main
mayor of Toronto. Gavin, you heard that? You're the mayor of Toronto, big dog. Big up yourself.
Yeah.
All right, you done know. So what does it take to build the community, though?
What does it take? The first thing, like I said, is like understanding like where you fit in the landscape. Because like you need people to be attached to something, making them feel like they belong to something, you know? Because you have to create a brand that people are like identified to it, and I just feel like, you know, oh, that's my tribe, or like I can identify to like what they're doing. So I think it's like really understanding like what do you want to bring, what brand you want to build, and just organically share your story, and like people will get attached to it, you know. So with the party, it's just like, you know, like people wanted to hear the African music. We are Africans, and it just related to us. And like slowly, they started learning about like who we are, and like they can like actually relate to us, and they just want to be part of it, you know, be part of the journey, and just want to grow with us, you know, and just like also discover themselves through us, you know. It's just like
first loves.
Yeah, exactly.
One
Some
night
people
stands.
be finding, they be finding their girlfriends there. Yeah.
Yeah, like what does it take? What does it take to build a brand organically? Yeah, like what is it like? I know the commercial answer,
Yeah.
but what did it take you to build this brand organically? Like, was your first party 100 people?
No, 10
Like,
people.
yeah,
It used to be,
let's be
yeah,
real. Like,
yeah. The first party we had 10 people for like a year or something like that.
okay,
You know,
just
I've
you
been
and the homies.
yeah, me and my homies. And you know, at Libertine they had like the small booth, the DJ booth. You're just there with just 10 people like looking at each other. So yeah, it took some time, and but I think doing it organically is just like being persistent, like constantly going out, telling, like sharing your story, what you're doing, sharing your dreams, your ideas, like very important. Like every time you meet somebody, just like, and you start that conversation, like just share your vision, your ideas. People think that they're gonna steal your idea, but at the end of the day, like God gave you a talent that like only you have it. Like the other guy will probably steal it, but he won't do it the way you're gonna do it.
Exactly.
So like be like, I think like that's the first thing. Like just put it out in your head,
You
at
heard
the head,
that?
so that you can like start manifesting it. You know, because like as
Beer
soon as you
ski
keep,
mask been popping out lately.
huh?
Beer ski mask been popping out lately. Trust me.
Exactly. So it's just like sharing your ideas, your vision, because you might find the owner that's gonna give you the space. You might find like that man that's gonna be like the bartender or like somebody that's gonna help you out in your business. Yeah. So it's just like really being out there, sharing your story constantly, and just be assertive of like who you are, like what you want to do. Keep sharing the idea, and like you will connect with the right people. You
It's
know.
important you said that too, though. Like, if you own something, you have to be a salesman constantly
Yeah.
of your product or
Yeah.
brand. No
Yeah.
matter who you talk to, you should have what they call a elevator pitch.
Yeah. Exactly.
I have this brand. This is my thing. I'm a DJ. Bang, 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 bang.
Yeah. Yeah.
See you
Exactly.
later. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
But
Like,
to me, it's like you could just play the music. If you don't get it within 5 minutes, 5 seconds, like it's pretty easy to get.
yeah, you gotta have them off hello. You know what I'm saying? But
I just find that like after like specifically like Afro beats, a lot of African music now, it's like literally like it could be for everyone. Like, can I play like Jay-Z for my mom at home? She's like an older Eastern European lady. Probably not, right?
Mhm.
Like she's like, oh, not that she'll like. She just like, I don't understand what is like what is this like in her accent and shit. But a lot of Afro beats you literally play for anyone, from like a 5-year-old to like a
it's like
7-year-old,
family music.
and it's fucking sounds awesome.
It's for every
It just sounds
age,
good.
every, you know what I mean? From
It's for
80
everyone,
years
literally,
old to
and
2 years old, you could bop your waist to it. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
definitely.
It's like soca, the new soca in my
Whoa,
eyes.
whoa, whoa,
No, but hold
whoa,
on,
whoa,
hold on.
stop,
Because it
please.
can't be the new reggae. It's like the
It's
new
not. It's fucking Afro beats. It's
soca.
not the new soca.
I'm just comparing it in the sense where it's like, you know, it's fun loving. They don't really curse too much in it. It's not about like fighting or gunting or, you know what I'm saying?
Just
It's
fun
more
music,
about, you
but
know, life and love and loss and
Yeah.
sadness and pain, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
before we move on to the next topic, I just want to go into my organic
Yeah.
Caruza experience.
Yeah.
Okay?
oh, I thought
And
OG
I don't
was a
know
soca
about the
warrior for a
club vibe,
second.
but how was that Get Fresh for the closing party? I seen a lineup that wrapped around the. I seen a big up to Get Fresh, big up. But we need you on the show.
I'll plead the fifth.
But I seen a lineup wrapping around the block. I'm like, what's this? So I look at the bouncer. I'm like, yo, what's going on, fam? He's like, yo, you guys need to come in here. I'm like, what? He's like, trust me, come in this spot. He's like, I seen like 30 bitches roll in here in the last like 10 minutes. I'm like, okay. But we left and we came back and the lineup got longer. I'm like, oh shit. So now we just went to the bouncer and we're trying to like talk to the man. I'm like, yo, I'm walking in here, yo. And my boy sneaked in a bottle. My bad. But as soon as we got in there, it was like something I haven't seen in Toronto in a very long time. And it was people dancing from the front to the back of the room with fucking no booths, just fucking a crowd of people having a party, a real party where vibration and energy and life and love and the fucking fucked up week you had was getting released all in one spot with the craziest sounds. And he had fucking Matrix fucking holograms on the wall and shit. It was crazy. It was crazy.
Yeah.
And since then, I was hooked on just, the energy you guys bring and so on and so forth. So to see that all that you created now, it was only bound to happen. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if this is the right pronunciation. What's Mwami? What is that? What's Mwami?
It comes from my language in Burundi. So we speak Kirundi.
Mm-hmm.
And Mwami means king. Like,
okay.
So I wanted to like create like a clothing brand. Well, I created a clothing brand with like one of my homies, which is like my biggest inspiration too. But he lives in Senegal.
Okay.
So I wanted to create a brand where just like, because I feel like there's so many, like sometimes this world makes you feel like there's only one world and you have to get to the top of that world.
Right.
But in reality, I think like everybody's a king, you can be a king of your own like world, and it's just like, I just wanted the brand to be like some sort of like style or swag that like represent like you owning who you are and just like being comfortable with just like being you. So I gave it that name so that it can be like tied down to like my roots, or like where I come from and just like that. Yeah. So yeah, I started building up the clothing line, but been on pause because like we don't live in the same country, and then I'm just building.
Man. Fashion is hard.
Yeah,
Fashion is a hard industry, man.
So I'm just building Caruso now, and then hopefully we reconnect the dots at some point,
Hopefully we get those Caruso jerseys on the way, though. You know what I'm saying?
That's the dream.
Okay. So wait, are you the Oxzina?
Yeah, it's like me and my buddy, like we started like a production duo. Like I look up a lot to Diplo, so I see what he did with Major Lazer, so I wanted to build something that was kind of similar and just like create our own sound and like DJ around the world, like spreading our own sound. So I just wanted to create like a production duo and like
he used to be in Toronto often too.
Huh?
Diplo loved Toronto. He was here all the time. His mansion was up here too.
Yeah. So I just like so that's what I'm trying to build with Ozunit. Yeah.
True. Okay, so we always ask this question to people, everybody who comes through the show. Yeah. We just wanted to know, how do you gather music? Like, what was the first way you started collecting music, putting it together in a collection? Yeah. Like, what was the way you first started gathering music? What were you using? What was the medium? Were you using like tapes, CDs, Kazaa, LimeWire?
I went through all the steps, bro.
Napster. What's the steps? Hold on. Tell me, what were your steps? What's the first step?
Cassettes.
Cassettes. So what was your first cassette tape?
I don't really remember. I was probably recording the radio.
Yeah.
Like I was just,
This guy's first tape was a dumb thing. I hear that.
You probably like recorded like a mix show. Like, sometimes you be sleeping.
I know exactly. Are you kidding me? That's a lot of people's first interaction to urban music. You know what I'm saying? So that's big.
You just record that show and then listen to the next day. And then, you had the CDs and then you listen on the Walkman. And then the MP3s, they came. So you started using Kazaa, LimeWire, RS. What else? Yeah.
You guys remember MP3 CD players?
Yeah. But I used to like burn CDs for like my friends, like make them like a playlist for like what they're listening to in the car and stuff.
So
that's how I started like collecting the music, like just like putting together
MP3s. Big up to Ron Nelson.
Who?
Ron Nelson. I used to dub Ron Nelson tapes off 88.1 every Saturday morning. I'd be dubbing it because this guy, it'd be weird because he really was
It's the original podcast. That was it.
Yeah, like he was the originator of Toronto radio for urban music. So he'd find guys in like Detroit, New York, fucking all over the place, crazy rappers, and he would just put
Bro, man, so the original guy for Toronto music. He went to Detroit and
well, I mean, at that time, if you're doing that,
original guy for Toronto music, and you named people from every other city except Toronto.
No, but actually, who do we have at that point? Like Maestro and Mishimi, that's it.
That's the problem. We did. Just no one cared.
No, people cared still. Mishimi was going to get signed to Def Jam, fam. But anyway, so it's just kind of, it's crazy. It's crazy how all these things kind of come together. So DJing to you,
Yeah.
is it an art form?
Yeah, it's definitely an art form. It's storytelling, and it's just like it's. I feel like art is just like any way you can like share your story, your journey, your trials, tribulation, and as soon as like you find your voice, it can be like painting, it can be like drawing, writing, DJing, singing, producing, anything, architecture, design, all those things. Like those are medium where you can share your voice and just like share the like see like share your perspective of the world, you know. So I think like with DJing, like if people might say that it's not an art form, but I think like it's definitely an art form because like that's
No,
like
it's
a
definitely an
voice
art
that you're
form.
sharing. You're like telling them which track you like. Sometimes like people don't necessarily pay attention on like the selection of the songs, but at the end of the day, like
The
sometimes
flow of the list. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying?
like people
Sometimes if you're a DJ, you'll go off that list because you're reading the vibe of
yeah
the room,
yeah.
then come back to your list. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So at the end of the day, I always believed the DJ was an art form, just like every element of hip hop.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
the real DJ started from Jamaica. Let's keep it real.
yeah.
That's where
But hip hop
DJ,
was
but
created by
DJing started from Jamaica, and a Jamaican DJ turned it into hip hop. You get
yeah.
what I'm saying? So it's just like at the end of the day,
OG unknown historical facts.
yeah, you know, unknown historical facts, but cool Herc is El Yachty. So anyway, at the end of the day,
Mhm.
it's just like it is an art form. It's creating an energy. It's creating a vibe. It's, you know, it's knowing what to play at what time. It's just
Mhm.
all these things combined into one. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with you. Like those who say the DJ isn't an art form, you're an idiot because it's just like you can't do that. You go put a list together, play a set at a party, and see if you turn it up. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times people don't because, you know, people play for themselves instead of knowing what the vibe is. But so
No, but when you set the when you create the vibe and you have people that'll follow your vibe no matter what, because you want to show.
exactly,
No,
exactly,
stop, please. It's like
exactly.
no, it's not exactly. You're saying that someone needs to like read the room. Like no, sometimes like you need to tell the room what to do. It's like you need to do that now.
That's when you're top of top.
The problem is there's already a bunch of shit. The places that'll like do top like 10, top like 50, top 40 shit, and like they play based on whatever is like cool, whatever. But it's like no, when we need people that will do like no, we tell you what's good.
But even throughout that process, I still feel like you are reading the room because it's like you're still
No,
gonna
you got to read the
control.
room. Yeah, you got
You're
to read the room,
controlling
but
it the way you want to, but you're still reading what. So you're like, yeah, you're dancing to this. I'm gonna fuck you up with this one next. Watch, joop 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 joop, bah. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? Yeah. So why do most DJs play that same fucking mix that's on the radio and you've heard on 6 different playlists
because it
and
has aged
you know what I'm
itself.
saying? Like, why do
That's
they
how
do
we do
that?
it. You can tell
That's
only
like
old people clubs do that.
well, like if you're doing an event like every day, you just gotta. He's just tired. He can't do the. He's just tired.
He's a
Like
businessman. He's
yeah,
a
like
businessman. That's what
you
you're
just get
saying.
tired,
Okay,
yo.
okay.
Like you don't have time to prepare anytime. Cause like if you're going to the party, next day you're sleeping. Next day you're going to another party. When are you exactly having time to prepare
And
for
there's
it?
always
Right, but
2 gal
even
that
like
love the DJ.
no, but even you like even you, man, it's like okay, there might be nights you're just DJing like a regular night, you're just DJing somewhere, but for your own events, like it's not you just DJing, there's a whole vibe that's set from
Yeah,
the get-go,
yeah,
period.
yeah,
So it's like you know you're coming into all the people are like-minded, they're open,
yeah.
like okay, going back to like Afro beats being for everyone. Like how many people you know? Oh, they like a new rap song, like some new song comes out, and it might be a good song or not. But if people don't know the song, they're just gonna chill and be like whatever. But like Afro beats, like you could never have heard a single fucking thing before, and you'll still be going crazy
Yeah.
immediately. And it's like a different thing.
Hip hop used to be like that. Hip hop used to be like that, where the streets would hear it and be like, "Oh shit, you heard this track? Oh my god!" You know, and you're sending it to your man. Your man's dubbing the tape off you. Yo, let me dub that tape. I'll send it back to you. You never get the tape back.
Yeah, but like, look, like, but even for
You
like
know?
hip hop,
But
even for hip hop,
anyway,
it's not even about the music at a point. It's about the people that are bringing it to you and the way they're doing it.
but
It's
I'm
like
just saying,
a lot of that has to do with that.
hip hop was like that, and it fell off that path.
No, no, it
at some
could be
point.
the DJs like a lot of shit that just suck and don't know how to do that.
Jeez.
No, no, but for example, if you throw an event where the vibe is like, come here, here's some shit from the get go that you, if you establish like you're gonna hear some shit you never heard before. So like, but it's gonna be a certain vibe where you set a vibe for the night. It can still work, and it does. But it's like people aren't thinking about the night in general, like from like cohesively front to back.
Well, I guess that's what separates like a real gunman DJ to like a regular. Like if you don't hear boop 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 in the back of your jam, you're not hard, yo. You're not hard. You're not hard. Like if you don't have a man lose his mind and try to put money on your DJ set, you're not that ill. Let's keep it real.
No, but if someone tomorrow did like if someone said like I'm gonna do an all dance hall party, all full dance hall, and but it's like yo, come, we're all gonna dance. If someone set that mood from the get go, you can go there. He could play the newest fucking dancehall artist that no one's heard yet, and people are still being quite crazy. If you set the vibe right, and that's what I love about the shit that you guys do is you guys are setting a full vibe
Yeah. Thanks, man.
from the get go. Like
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah, appreciate that.
Big up to Caruso. You don't know. Anyway, so when did you first hear about Boiler Room? And yeah.
I feel like I heard a Boiler Room like probably in 2014, 2013. Like I think it was like probably with K Tronada, yeah.
Okay.
yeah, he had a big
Tronada's
set there.
heavy. A lie?
Yeah, I think
He's
it was
sick.
probably-
He's
It was
sick.
probably K Tronada. I think it was K Tronada.
That's
I think that's what like 2014 maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So kid, he was your introduction to Boiler
Yeah,
Room.
yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So what brought on that collaboration with Caruso? Like, brother, you're acting like you're normal. Like I heard about it in 2013. Like,
So there's a collective called Yes Yes Y'all.
okay.
They're like they already
Big up to Nino Brown.
Yeah, exactly. So
Bambi's dope too.
yeah, so they had already worked with Boiler Room, had a relationship, and then Boiler Room asked them like, is there any other collective that's super dope, that's upcoming in the city? And Nino Brown shot us out and like gave us that opportunity to do the event with Boiler Room. So that's how it happened.
Big up to Nino Brown again,
Big
Bro,
up to
I
Nino
try to.
Brown. Big up,
No,
big
you don't
up,
understand.
Nino.
Like we had like a full Twitter chat. Like
We
literally
need
that
Nino
was all
Brown
timing
on
ourselves to go
Balaclava.
get tickets for your guys' shit.
Yeah.
For Boiler Room, when they first dropped the tickets for this,
Yeah.
it sold out in like I think like 30, like 20 to 30 seconds. It was gone.
Yeah. It went out
Like it's
fast.
no, I was like on the site, like trying to compete. Like I couldn't get tickets.
This
20,
guy
30
says it's
seconds.
so calm though. He's like,
It's fucked.
yeah. We sold out in 3 minutes.
Nah,
I love it.
But I think like they sent out the emails to like the people that are like subscribed to like
To Boiler Room.
yeah.
already.
So like those were the first
They
one.
have a
to have-
heavy following. Man.
Like,
Yeah,
at
yeah.
1 p.m., bro. I was there at like 1 p.m. and just nothing.
Yeah.
Fail.
So most of my friends they didn't get the tickets. No, there was no little pass this time. The next time
the
I'm
industry
hoping we
gets
can
real, yo. That's
like
why man
even,
say they
like-
hate the industry.
Even like, I want to see you guys there, but also like Frieza.
Yeah.
Frieza's like fucking sick.
Yeah.
And
he's a sick
Frieza's like one of
DJ.
the other guys. I was like, yo,
He's a
he's
sick
fucking
DJ.
dope.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so explain to me how a Boiler Room felt like.
Oh man,
So,
it was
like, man.
it was my best set this year because I was playing electronic music. Everybody there was like hoping to hear some electronic music, so I played a lot of crazy remixes. You know, those type of vibes that I love.
How long did it take to make those? And when did you make it? Or were they old school ones you had in the tuck? Or were they in the tuck from time? Don't lie.
I'm gonna tell you the truth and nothing but the truth.
Okay.
I went out the day before and came home at 6 a.m.
Jeez.
So
Overnight?
So I was like dead tired. So I just like I had to like put a playlist together, just like every day adding a song because like they gave us the date like 3 months in advance. So every day, like, and if I hear a song that's like, yeah, just add that. So I just downloaded everything like 30 minutes before I got to the venue.
This
Take a
guy
shower.
is the realest DJ. Yeah, see it.
And then when I got
Big up,
there,
Kika.
the crowd was crazy. I played some Michael Jackson,
Yo, you
some
had
Bee
man
Gees,
standing on the table.
Bee
Mans were
Gees.
standing on the table
I was
trying
like,
to do the Dougie. It was
Bro,
nuts.
you need to do some like.
It was
you need,
nuts.
you need to do like you guys need to do like Croatia or some shit like that.
yeah, that would be dope. But I really want to go like to Asia because I feel like that market is like
Oh yeah, that would crush there.
they still haven't like discovered that many black people in their life. I think that will be. I feel like that would be like a good way to. It's like an untapped market like Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia, South Korea, Japan. No, I don't. It's not really about yellow fever, but it's just like
not really,
Hold on. Why you bringing up yellow fever though? No, see?
yeah, that's what he
You
said.
had the time of your life. You had the time of your life. Keep it real. We all went through it. Like, we're from Toronto. You know what I mean?
It's
There's
just- I like
a
all
lot
of
of
them.
Asians in Canada. You know what I'm saying?
I love all of them, but I'm just saying like it's not about that.
Love
I
the
just
people. You're for the people.
I feel like in Europe they already know like what like Afrobeat is and like they already have like their collective like doing their thing there. But I feel like Asia is like really an untapped market. Like going to Malaysia, I know there's a lot of Nigerians there.
Imagine you could start an Afrobeats thing in Asia?
Yeah.
In Japan.
Yeah, imagine.
Woo!
And like
there's been
imagine
a lot of
10,000
people in
people
Japan.
every jam, yo.
Yeah, imagine. Like
There's
These
been a lot
are
of
the
people who
best
went to
dance
Japan, though.
moves.
exactly. So I just feel like that because you know like one of the biggest like reggae festivals in Japan, and like even Bingy Man is always talking about that. So it's just like
I can see
imagine like going to Japan and just like going crazy on that. And like one of the girls in our collective, she's from Japan, so that'll be just crazy.
that.
Zuzu.
Zuzu.
What's good, Zuma?
But what's like is
Big
like
up Zuman. Big up
like
Zuman. Zuman in the
Tokyo's got
house.
as many people as all of Canada, bro. Like Tokyo alone has got as many people as all of Canada.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if you go out there, you could start the vibe proper.
Yeah.
You know, just
It's
And
it's,
South America too, like will be nice.
South America's a,
It's
that's a
a
dope
lot-
place.
Of course, that would be
We'll
nice. You
find our
kidding
long
me?
lost brothers, you know?
Yo,
I'm
where have you
already
been down
thinking a
there?
lot of bad things in my head for South America.
Where have you
Like,
been down there?
I go a lot.
No, I
of
never
places.
been, though.
Yo, bro, it's like mad. Like I love South America.
Yeah, I would love
Every-
Everybody
mad.
loves it, yo.
Huh?
Everybody loves it.
No, but
Every
even
man
like
in there
random,
loves
like
it,
Bolivia,
yo.
like Bolivia is dope as fuck.
Colombiana,
No,
Venezuela.
that's like north. Like no, go to South. That's like north, like central.
Guatemalteque,
Yeah.
Guatemala.
Brasiliana. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? Every man loves out there.
Yeah, definitely.
What the fuck is Guatemala?
Guatemalteque is like a female lady from Guatemala.
That's not even South America.
It's like
bro.
a sexy Guatemala thing. That's what they say.
That's not even in South
Guatemalteque.
America, bro. That's like central.
Well, I mean, whatever. It's still there. Anyway,
Mhm.
so
I gotta troll you a little bit.
you gotta relax. So I don't know. Like, I'm on Instagram one day,
Yeah.
and I'm just fucking scrolling, and you're on my Instagram. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And I think it was stories or some shit, and I'm just like going through, and I'm just like, I see fucking Caruza is a fucking vibe, and zang. And then I see Nike pop up on the page. I'm like, oh my God!
Yeah.
I was like, what? What is that? What?
Yeah.
How? Like, how? That's my question. How? Like,
How did
that's
that-
a big move, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, to get that look, to get that, garnership from brand to brand.
Yeah.
Nike's not fucking with everybody. Let's
Yeah.
keep it real. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? You don't have to spill all the sauce, but like,
Yeah.
pause.
I feel like
Huh?
it's a big shout out to Dakota. So she works in marketing at Nike.
Okay.
And like I think they pitched her the idea because of the 40 years anniversary of the Air Force One.
Right.
And it was mostly like collective all around the world. They did like commercials with like different collectives around the world.
Right.
And like she said, yeah. So like she just saw that and like she was like tapped in. She knew what was going on in the city and she was like, oh, Cruiser would be a great fit for that. So
Right.
it was a no-brainer. It's just like
So they wanted to go for the multicultural vibe, and you guys were
just like
obviously-
showcasing what's going on in Toronto and just like seeing.
Oh,
Yeah.
Right.
So I just think
I'm
like
looking at this thing
she
right now.
saw that like it was the right fit. Like it's just like sometimes in the corporation, there's people that are tapped in and just know what's going on around in the streets or like in the city, you know. And she's the one that was tapped in. So shout out Dakota, she made it happen. She was the woman with the vision, you know. So that's how it happened.
So much talent.
Yeah.
Why did you pick the route of a collective? Like why? Like you saw you had the vibe. Like there's certain DJs that just like Tiesto or David Guetta or like why did you pick the route of building your own community instead of just having that separation between fans and your audience?
All the DJs that you said are like they started with like doing parties.
Okay.
So they definitely
Put me on game. I don't know.
Yeah, so like whether it's David Guetta or like Chesto. Chesto, I'm not really sure, but I know David Guetta used to do like parties in Paris.
Right.
And like he started by doing that. So I'm pretty sure that's where he built his team.
Right.
So and just like the experience that he wanted to create. So those are all they all started like with probably a crew and throwing parties and like doing things. Yeah, and then go from there.
But they're also like
my dad went to law school, so he used to tell me that like the best invention in law is like creating entities. Like companies, like corporation is an entity, it's not a person, right? So you're not attached to that thing. So he always told me that like working with other people, so like creating a corporation of 1,000 people and just like building like $1 billion companies, you know, that's like the best invention in law. Yeah. That's what his professor told me.
Smart.
So my dad is really big on like creating corporation and building with other people. So he just installed that in me like very early. And so ever since I've always been trying to build with people instead of just doing it solo. So that's why I went to the route of like collective, because I wanted to like build a company where like you have different opinions. Because like when you're just by yourself, like you just think one way. But if you have a crew or a collective, one can come up with it's a lot of mine. So it's just like, and especially that I have 2 women with me, it's just like they give me a totally different perspective.
It's 2 women.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's just like, that was the reason why I went to the collective.
Oh, it's like what you just said. It's like somebody gives you different perspectives. It's like you might disagree, but it's like there's things about them that it's like for like me and you, OG. Me and you have opposite views on a lot of things. We literally just had a convo like 2 days ago about this. It was like there's things that like I'm good at certain things, but I, like to finish or get a finish line, I'm like almost like scared sometimes and timid. But he's a guy that's like go 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 go, right? So it's like the opposite. But it's like if I can get any of that and combine it with what I know, like that's even better for me, right?
Yeah, for sure.
If it just takes him away, even though we might not be on other, there's like things I value about him that is like the opposite of me, but that like being around him helps me with that.
Strengths and weaknesses, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
I hear you. So, what's the difference between like Afro beats, Afro house, Afro music? Like, what's like? Because I think there's a big confusion. Like, I think everybody's calling everything African Afro beats right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, can you like create the divide and educate people on what this really is? Because I'll be singing the Burner Boy and I don't know the words. You know what I'm saying?
I definitely don't know the words.
I don't know the words. I don't know the words.
I think like Afro beats is like, in my understanding at least, it's like it was a way to like market it, because like at that time, like in the we had to find a name to like push it on radio in the UK and like different parts of the world. And like in order for like to create like, it's just like hip hop, you know, like under that there's so many genres and stuff. Like you can like they're different, like the trap, rap.
So name some of the like Afro genres, like because it's not all Afrobeat, right? So what would be?
I feel like Afrobeats is just like mainstream African music. Basically, it's just an umbrella to put everything together.
Okay. Yeah, so like, if you make it pop, you're Afrobeat.
Yeah, if it's popular on the continent,
so it doesn't matter what the sound is. Really, it doesn't matter what vibe you come with.
It kind of
popular. It
kind of
goes worldwide. You're Afrobeats.
Yeah, I think like that's how like people perceive it. Yeah, for sure, and that's how they want to market it. Because like, if you want to market it around the world, you have to find like a sort of a umbrella so that people can like just identify it to it, and
people
just like
really into sectioning things off. Like,
that way you're part of a subculture, or like part of a
A
certain
culture in general.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
Amapiano is like popping off now too. Is like a buzzword.
Yeah, Amapiano is like going crazy right now. So
Are you
that's
an Amo pianoist?
Huh?
Are you an Amo
no.
pianoist?
To be honest, I don't know. I'm not.
That's Amo piano. I don't know. Like, tell me about it. Like,
Amapiano is just a sound that came out of South Africa. It's like a different sort of house music.
okay.
It's like it has a slower tempo. It's usually around like 130, 120. Yeah, it's a lifestyle shit.
But it's like house music
Yeah,
from
yeah, it's
Africa
house.
though.
Yeah,
So Burner Boy's definitely Afrobeats then.
he says he's Afrofusion.
Okay.
So, but
Alright.
I would say he's like definitely part of the people that put Afrobeats to the world movement.
Like
Like
still
he's
combining like like modern music techniques to like
Yeah.
like older drum patterns from like traditional African music and shit, right? So
Yeah.
it's like
So-
dope as hell. It's like a fusion of everything. So I can see why you would say it's fusion.
yeah. So
And
that's
this
why
does
he
mix
calls it
everything.
Afrofusion. So he says his genre is Afrofusion.
So do you think like DJing Afrobeats is like better now than it was like 5 years ago?
Yeah, definitely. Like when I first started with 10 people, nobody knew the songs, you know? Nobody knew the song. Yeah. I was just DJing for myself.
It was bad. Eh?
It was bad. But now I feel
bro.
like everybody plays like anywhere you go in the city. Like even I went to Moxie's yesterday and the whole playlist, all playlist is Afrobeat. Yeah.
Yo, Moxie's, if I big you up, you better give me a free meal. And
Yeah.
a brownie.
The white brownie thingy, that shit fire. Yeah. I was walking there at Yorkdale and I heard the playlist. It was Burna Boy like playing. I think I walked there like 2 or 3 times. Like it's all Afro beats, you know. So the city
That's the
is
thing I
like
said. Like
they know.
if I played that stuff for like if I went to my mom's house, that's like a 60 like mid-60s like Eastern European woman.
Yeah.
Like if I could play like Afro beats like in front like and she'll be like, oh, this is nice. Like this
Yeah.
like yeah, like with her fucking Russian like Eastern European accent, she'll be like, I like fuck.
Yeah.
But it works for everyone.
So now definitely people are like well aware of the movement and just the sound and they love it. They love it. So it's just it's way easier, yeah.
Okay. So to kind of culminate it, like what were your first musical inspirations? You know, like that one moment when you were a kid and you seen somebody take the mic or flip a record on the DJ set and start doing some crazy shit where you were just like, oh, you like felt the ghost. Like who was that first, like the very first one? Even if it's silly, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, I would not lie. When I saw the video, You Can Hate Me Now by Puff Daddy and Nas.
Jeez! Yo, that inspired Beer Mans. Beer Mans went out and bought mink coats the next day, yo.
Yeah, when you see the fire, like you
Fake
see the fire
minks,
there, it's
the
kind of
Rex
dope.
Rabbits.
That shit like slapped my face, like, and I was like, I want to be like Puff Daddy, like a music exec, like dancing on the videos and stuff like that. And then I was like, yeah, I really want to work in music.
Yo, did he almost got shot over dancing in videos? You got to be careful, man.
Yeah,
You know what
man,
though?
so-
Shout out to Diddy. He's like, for a lot of his like own brands and stuff, he's used a lot of artists from Toronto to like help them, to like help launch and stuff.
Like
Oh, yeah?
what?
Like who?
Like Sean Brown did all of his like tequila launch. Like he hired
Oh,
Sean
it's
Brown to
true.
do all of
It's
it.
true. It's true.
Like not like yeah, he did but yeah, Diddy's like got him to do like actual like product design for him and shit, which is dope.
Big up to Diddy. You done know.
Yeah, so but I think there was artists along the way, different phases of my life where
Right.
I got Daft Punk slapped me. Oof.
Daft Punk was
When I
a
discovered
crazy
that-
vibe. Let's
Yeah.
keep it real. They
Yeah.
had the dog in the video.
So
The first video was a dog head man walking around the street.
So Daft Punk, like all the French scene there, like whether it's like the house DJs like David Guetta, Justice, all those guys.
Justice.
Yeah, there was a
Kanye
DJ.
bit Justice and took that to the road.
That
Huh?
shit slapped me.
Kanye bit Beer Justice music.
And that's like seeing Wizkid that was like, that's almost my age. I think he's just 1 year older than me. And
This
like
kid is
he
crazy.
came out when
He
he was
was
like
not
19.
rolling loud doing beer ninja kicks in the
Yeah.
air like a samurai. I don't know what he was on.
Oh yeah, too. You were
I
there
think
too.
I see you there, right? You see me there. I see you there.
Yeah,
He was
rolling-
doing beer karate
Yo,
ninja
who's
kicks,
the-
and he had on the samurai pants. I
Yo,
was
who's
like,
the
I
artist?
don't understand this. I don't understand.
Whiskin.
No. As I say, who's the? There's an artist that he got Burna Boy on the feature, and so I got Burna Boy on the feature. I wanted Wizkid, but Wizkid asked for $1 million, and Burna Boy was cheaper. I was like, damn. I was dying at that. Man said I only got Burna Boy because it was like cheaper than Wizkid. I'm like, damn, but it's like the song was good. Who said that?
All right. So we're gonna move on
Yeah,
to.
Wizkid
We're gonna
is that
break it
guy,
up a
though.
little bit.
Yeah.
We're gonna move into our game. So I want you to pour up your cup. Grab that bottle. Make sure your
It's right-
cup's
it's-
poured up.
It's
No,
poured up.
don't lie. It's poured up.
It's
Show the
poured-
camera. Show the camera, yo. It's poured up.
poured up,
That's
yeah.
not poured up enough. The camera can't see that. I can see your camera.
No.
Pour up, fam. Pour up. Because the game's called Bun It Down to the Ground. And the rules of the game are, we're going to ask you a question. Okay? If you answer the question incorrectly, you drink. If you want to pass the question, you drink. Okay? We usually count people down, but because it's a drink, you're just going to take a shot of whatever you're sipping on.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's based on our rules.
Yeah.
So, like, the
So you have
research we have,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter what you know or think.
Yeah.
It's Balaclava Diary rules.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Sounds good.
So you got 10 seconds to answer a question.
Yeah.
If you don't, you drink.
Okay, boss.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what year
Yeah.
was the first boiler room?
I think 2011.
You are incorrect. Take a drink.
What year is it?
2010. Close.
2010. Close. Okay. All right. So, what year was the first Caruso?
The first cruiser.
What year
Yeah.
was the first Caruso?
I have to explain that there's like two different lounges.
Okay.
So, like, are you saying the
there's
first-
one answer? You get one answer.
He
No
probably
answer to
means
get
the
into an
event.
answer. One answer. You get one choice.
Not the full
What
brand, the
year?
event.
Okay.
Was
The
the
one
first
that everybody knows is 23rd of November in 2018.
Yep.
Correct.
Yeah.
You don't have to drink. Big up yourself. Okay.
Yeah.
Number 3.
Yeah.
What is the capital of Ethiopia?
Addis Ababa.
Okay. This
Yeah.
guy's, do you see? Beer
But I
people
grew up
lose this
there, like,
game. No,
this is-
there's beer people in this game. They suck. Okay. Nike's first collaboration with a clothing brand.
Ooh, I have no idea.
Drink. The first collaboration with Nike for a clothing brand was Stussy, and it was the Nike Hirachi, and they made it super icy.
Nike, not Nike.
Nike, whatever.
Nike.
Yeah, okay.
I hate it.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Some people do say it like that. I'm like, yo, say the full swoosh. Respect the swoosh.
Okay. So
Pardon?
what word?
Oh, bro.
what
Checks
word?
over, checks
on.
over stripes,
Hold
bro. I'm
What
sorry.
word?
Yeah.
What's the definition of the word Toronto? Is it A, garlic field,
Yeah.
B, meeting place,
Mhm.
C, big water, or D, all of the above?
I think it's meeting place. It
Yeah,
just sounds better.
he's right.
It sounds
Oh
good.
shit, you're right.
No.
Whoa.
I had no idea.
I mean, we gotta start switching out some of these.
No,
'cause we literally-
well, fuck, you gotta switch up some of them, but honestly, you watch the show?
No, I
I
never-
fuck
I-
with you watch the show. Thank you.
Doesn't
Thank you
matter.
for
Like we
watching.
use this like
Yeah,
5 times.
I'm happy
now,
about it. I'm fucked up right now. He's watching our show. Like, it's crazy. Okay. So, what street
Yeah.
divides Toronto east and west?
East and West.
Okay. Is it A,
Yeah.
Bay Street?
Yeah.
B, Young Street?
Yeah.
C, Middle Street?
Yeah.
Or D, Victoria Park?
What was the? You said
So A,
Bay.
Bay Street,
Yeah.
B,
Mhm.
Young Street,
Yeah.
C, Middle Street,
Yeah.
or D, Victoria Park?
That's so easy, man.
What is
Young
it?
Street.
Okay, big up yourself.
Yeah,
I
Okay.
thought it was
Okay.
Bloor though, but
You thought it was Bloor. If you said that, I'd be like, wow.
Yo, is there, wait,
I
is there
won't
like
lie.
stuff north of Bloor?
Wrong way. East and west, yo.
Yo, what happens? What happens north of Bloor? Like, is there stuff there?
What do you mean?
Like, I thought it was just like tumbleweed in like deserts and shit.
No, man, it's pure rich people out there north of
North of
Bloor.
Bloor?
Big up to the rich people
Well, like
north
people
of Bloor.
live
We love
north
you.
of there.
We love you. Anyway, can you name 2 Toronto Raptors starters?
Siakam. What's his name? Scott Barnier? Is it?
Okay. This
Scotty
guy's
Barnes.
going hard. You don't want to drink. Okay. He's going off. Okay. Who came out first?
Yeah.
Glenn Lewis or Cardinal Official?
It's an easy way to age yourself.
I would
You
say.
gotta stop asking these dumb like these questions, bro.
We're just trying to fuck mans up. We're just trying to fuck mans up with Toronto questions. We did research. It doesn't matter how old you are. We did research.
I'm really terrible with the Toronto city because I'm new here, but I would just shoot my shot and say Glenn Lewis.
You are wrong. Drink. Cardinal Official came out when, Computer Steve?
96, not his first single, but Glenn Lewis. I remember we when we first asked this, Glenn Lewis, we thought Glenn Lewis was way later, but no, Glenn Lewis is going like months apart.
Mm-hmm.
97, but like beginning of 97.
We said who came first, and it was Cardinal. Big up to Cardinal Official.
I'm surprised, man.
He just got a job with Def Jam. He's doing big things, and I hope he brings a lot of Toronto artists to Def Jam. Big up Cardinal.
Big up
Okay.
Cardinal.
Who was the Toronto Maple Leafs captain in 2020?
I can just start
Drink.
All right, drink.
Because there's no way I know this
John
answer.
Tavares, though.
I don't know. I don't watch hockey.
It's John
Yo,
Tavares.
dude, honestly, yo.
John Tavares.
Matthews,
He's
assistant.
captain.
Tavares is the
He's
captain.
just a scorer. Doesn't mean
Dude,
you're
honestly,
leading the
Let me
team.
not
hockey's, like,
embarrass
kinda
myself.
fun.
It's the Maple Leaf. It's the hockey team, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just
What the
checking.
hell?
Just checking.
Yo, bro, like you should honestly, if you have a chance to go to a game, like it's like it's fun. Like it's fucking fun because just
No,
stupid.
I went to the Steelers game, because when I was to live in the state, it's like
Steelers?
Yeah.
Steelers is crazy.
That'd be fun.
That's an experience
And then I
you can't
also
experience again.
no the Penguins also. That I went to watch a game of
Well,
Penguins.
that'd be
too.
sick.
Well,
That'd be
that's
sick.
another crazy.
Yeah,
That's
so-
probably crazier than Leafs.
because I was close to Pittsburgh,
Not right
Cleveland,
now.
and stuff like that. So yeah.
I know, well,
Leafs are killing it this year, though.
I know, but
So
okay.
I went to
You're right,
watch
Crosby,
hockey games, but
Crosby.
I'm not like a big fan, you know.
Okay. So, who won
Mhm.
the Ballon d'Or
Mhm.
for 2022?
2022 is my guy Karim Benzema.
Big baller, Carmen Benzema.
yeah.
Okay. All
That's my
right.
favorite player
That's
right
the end of
now.
the game. That was a hard one still.
Wait, like you watch EPL shit or no?
Huh?
You watch EPL or no?
Yeah, man.
What's your team?
That's my first religion, man. Football is my first religion.
Okay,
Before
what's your
anything.
Man U or no?
No, I'm a Chelsea fan.
Okay, like I was also an Arsenal. I was always an Arsenal fan,
Yeah.
and I'm like, it's the first time in a while they've been number one. I'm like, ugh.
I watched the game like today. They were playing against Tottenham,
Yeah.
which was a great game.
Tottenham's
Yeah,
trash,
that's like
though.
fucking. So yeah, so even for me, like this girl I dated for like 3 years, like she
Yeah.
grew up. Her father's from the UK, like grew up a Tottenham fan,
Yeah.
and so when we started dating and stuff, we just started like every Sunday it was just an argument.
Yeah.
But yo, keep it real though. Who's the best player in the world right now?
Benzema.
It's not Lionel Messi, fam. They're going like this guy's soccer god.
No one said Messi in a while though.
Okay, that's what I'm saying, yo. Right
Like,
now,
I can't lie.
Benzema.
Messi is just crazy, but my favorite player is like Benzema for sure.
But right now, he's the hardest. Like, pause.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
just
saying?
love Benzema, the way he plays, and just like the swagger, you know.
Yeah,
The
he
flair.
came to accept his award dressed like Tupac. You
Yeah,
knew
yeah.
that? He got the same suit as Tupac
Yeah,
at the Grammys or some shit. And
yeah,
fucking
the
walked
flair, like the way he plays.
So
cool.
that guy would go down as like top like 1, 2, however
His
you want to argue.
understanding of
Shit.
the game is just crazy.
But he's not like a top 5 player right now.
He is.
Benzema, yeah,
I
he
don't.
is.
No, like Messi. Top
Oh,
5?
Messi? No, dead ass.
Top
No.
5 is like he's not
No,
top
you can't-
5 right now.
You can't deny that he's the GOAT, yo. Like,
No, you're right.
Okay, is he
like,
the
yeah,
goat?
he's like top 1, 2.
No,
like-
goats have cups, not one cup. Cups.
Who has money?
Yes,
multiple
Goats
cups.
have cups.
He has
World
cups.
cups?
He has all of them, bro.
World
yes,
cups?
he won everything.
No, one World Cup.
Yeah.
Goats
Yeah.
have World Cups.
Right, but he's got like it's
Yes,
harder to win the
bro.
champ.
No, you
But it's
can't.
harder to win a Champions League than it is to win a World Cup.
Yeah, because like
He's
a
got
World-
5 of them, motherfuckers.
Like, yo,
I don't
the
know
World
about
Cup
that.
depends on what country you're from, bro.
But World Cup has some stacked teams, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it depends on the country you're from. Like, imagine you're Canadian and you're the best player in the world. Like, what are you gonna do?
Why does it always go back to shitting on Canadian sports? Why?
So in case
Why?
I'm just saying.
No,
I'm
it's
just
not
saying,
that.
like,
It's like Canada's not gonna win a World Cup.
You can't blame him for that, man. He didn't decide where he's gonna be
The
born.
best US player right now is fucking Croatian, bro.
The what?
Like the best US player is a Croatian guy. So it's like you even like here, it's like the best Canadian players are not
The
even
best everything.
like yeah,
player is
they're
an
Canadian, but like
But anyway, moving forward,
Well,
bring up this Prince Henry thing. I don't understand it. What's going on over there?
wait, what? How do we just switch to that?
Because that's what's next. On the
So next?
Yeah.
Let's skip that. I just want to talk about Arsenal right now. No, but no. So I was actually gonna ask you who's the best player for you right now, but you already said Benzema, so that's your guy. Shout out to Arsenal though. Saka is killing it.
So okay.
no. I feel like I had.
No, I don't even know.
Nah, let's just go through them.
Huh?
So like, go through Prince Henry's book. What's going on right now?
This feels random now. Oh, nothing. He's just like throwing the whole fucking family under the bus. I just thought it was funny.
Did you hear about this Prince Henry shit, Giga?
Huh?
You heard about this Prince Henry
Prince Harry
shit?
though.
Prince
Like,
Harry? Oh
yeah.
shit.
What happened?
Prince Harry.
What happened?
How he wrote a book about the royal family and said how they're all
That's all
crosses. They're the worst people ever.
There's nothing.
No, I didn't see that.
You didn't see that?
Like,
I just saw people on Twitter like talking about like him listening to Shinsa.
So
Well-
what's your experience with
and
He listens to Shansi.
Bro,
The
like
man's
people-
a rude boy, yo.
yeah, I
I just thought it was funny. The guy just came out. Was like, "Yo, like, yeah, you know what? When I was 17, I was ripping cocaine the whole time."
What?
It's a decent
And he's
say. Like,
blasting Shansi at the same time, you know.
what, Prince Harry? What are you talking about?
The man said he likes Shansia.
that's what
Prince Harry?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he said that, but it's like
I don't know if he said that. I just saw that on Twitter. People making
no.
like,
These
everybody
younger people always
putting a
say this guy's
picture of
partying, and it's like yeah, he was.
Prince
It's
Harry
like,
and like him like enjoying Shinsia or like whatever when he was going through it. I don't know how that makes sense, but that's what they say.
Shansia's a hypnotizing lady, man.
Yeah, she's fire.
so what's the okay? So the year just like finished, right? Like the last year. Last year was kind of like the year just finished, right?
Yeah.
Like the last year, right? 2022. I'm still not used to saying 2023.
Yeah.
What's the craziest shit you guys saw last year? In general, like what's the weirdest shit that you've seen like happen or like just weird?
So many things, yo. So many things. If I go through the Rolodex in my mind, it's like there's image after image after image after image of
I think
crazy
shit just
fucking
rotates
things.
every like 2 weeks now. It's like nuts.
Yeah, yo. No.
Shit just moves fast. But like yo, they started it was like been like 2 wars started in the past like year. I'm like just crazy shit.
Honestly, in the past year, the craziest thing I seen was the Ninja Man interview from 2002
Who's
when
Ninja
he was
Man?
telling people that he has 23 kids and 22 baby moms, and he was just going off heavy and crazy. But at the end of the day, there was a lot of crazy things. There was the guy who said he has 16 kids and he has 5 baby moms and he takes care of all his kids and he's throwing his money in the air on Instagram, to Gunna saying he's not snitching, to, you know,
What?
Young Thug's brother saying that he is snitching, and, you know, baby fucking, what's his name? Blueface fucking fighting with this crazy fucking girl. And then there's there's all types of crazy shit that just happened every single day. Like cops killing people. It was just like the craziest year I've seen. Even COVID wasn't as crazy as 2022, in my opinion. It was really COVID was chill compared to 2022. Am I lying?
Coach.
2022 was
The
like
one that
you
was
open your
fighting?
phone and there's something tragic all across the world every day. Like
The
it
funny
was
thing,
nuts.
the funny
People
shit to me
striking,
is like
fucking war, fucking genocide, fucking all types of it was nuts.
like Elon Musk became such an idiot on Twitter that like it tanked Tesla too. Like
Yeah,
like it was that
crazy.
bad. I'm like, how the fuck? That's it's really hard to lose like $200 million, but he like managed to find a way.
So speaking of Elon Musk, what's going on with online fraud right now? Like I've been hearing a lot about online fraud and man's, you know, scammer them there, you know.
No, it's not about
I
that.
think Elon Musk is one
No,
of them
no, no, it's
still.
not.
Like, what's going on with that though? Like, is it
No,
a
they've
real
been
thing?
dropping a lot of sort of stuff on Twitter now, basically saying how like It's not scamming, just that like a lot of shit was propagated through Twitter. As in like
But what if
they
you do that for like
no,
a
it's like
Bitcoin or something?
this is not even about fraud. Like yes, like skip that.
Okay.
I was gonna say for Twitter stuff, it was like they were kind of like if the government told them to like take someone down, they would like do it.
What?
That's basically what it came down to. If they like the government told them like if the FBI came and said take out this account, and they would just do it.
That's that's law
That's basically what it comes
enforcement.
down to. But like at the same time, it's like yes, suppressing like freedom of speech, but the accounts they did ask take down is guys were like saying like grab your rifles and like so it's like
Some
like
guys
I
want to
get
grab
why
their gun, grab a strap.
so people are complaining they're like suppressing shit and it's like yeah they are, but the people that are suppressing I'm kind of happy they did it.
I hear that still.
It's in like most situations it's like the optics of it are bad.
So I'm gonna put up a case to you right now as opposed to putting people down. I kind of really loved what this judge did, and he really brought the word justice to life. So in the YSL case, there was a juror that skipped jury duty to go to work and make her own money because jury duty is probably only paying you 50% of your check. And she was like, I ain't having that. Plus, I got overtime. And my boss is on my ass. Right? So instead of giving her the 20 years, not 20 years, 20 days jail time, he made her write a 30-page essay. APA form, 10 different references, 10 different sightings, double spaced. Yo, the man said, like, the first thing he said is, you went to university, right? You have a really good job. He's like, yeah, I do. And he's like, okay, so we're going to make you write a 30-page essay. What do you guys think about this? Like, because usually in the States, like, you're getting a traffic ticket, you're going to jail for 20 days. You know what I'm saying? So,
it's better than fucking getting shot for a traffic ticket. It's even worse, bro. Like
no, but
the fact that happens is fucked.
How do you feel about that, Kigo?
I feel like it's better than going in jail because, like, I don't know. I feel like jail is not like it's not gonna, like they say, like it's supposed to like change you or like make you a better person. It's just, but in reality, like if you're there for 30 years, it's not gonna do anything to you. So
No, make it work.
if there's other ways that you can use your mind and your brain and write that essay, you know.
Like the idea of like even like that's like
maybe you won't do it again, no. But most people that go to jail go back to jail, so it's not really working. So
it's rehabilitation instead of like imprisonment, right? It's like
we need to figure out a way to like actually make people better and not just like because you're just fucking somebody up when he goes to jail because he's gonna come back to society and just not know how to act, you know.
The punishment should match the crime. I feel.
I don't know, man. It's kind of complicated.
In general.
It's very complicated, that situation. But I just know that what we have right now is not the right solution.
It's not rehabilitation at all. They need to take that name off it. They're lying.
Yeah, because like we need to figure out like how we can actually help people like better navigate society and just.
Don't get me wrong. Toronto prison is way better than a lot of places in the world. Certain jails in Toronto, you get your own TV and your cell.
Oh, true.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
no, this is real shit.
I be seeing people on Snapchat. Yeah,
tang. You have a TV and your cell, fam. It's
no, but the thing is, though, that country's goal for like for people that end up in prison, a country's goal should not be to like. So here they use like scare tactics, like don't do a crime. You don't want to go to jail because it's scary in there, right? But the thing is, though, if you do end up in jail, like the way you should look at it is. The country should look at it as like, I do not want you fucking back here. So I'm going to do everything in my power to give you everything I could as a country.
They want you back right away.
So I do not ever want to see you get ever back fucking in here.
They want you back right away. And that system comes from England.
But it's like, it comes to a scare tactic, right? Like,
but it comes from England. Their system is built on in and out, in and out, in and out. You'll do a week, 2 weeks, come back out. They put you back in because you violated a thing or something. Everything's on camera. You know what I'm saying? So it's
like just give people access to like shit opportunity. It's like, for example, if a lot of people that like do like end up in jail is like if they just had a way to like make decent money doing regular shit, they would have done it and not like done the bullshit they did. Some guys will still do fucked up things, but like say someone's a serial killer, like no, there's no rehab for you, bro. Like,
okay.
I'm gonna say there's no rehab for you. Like you don't get another chance.
I hear that.
No,
so
you're psycho.
Yeah.
But rehab is better than just like imprisoning people.
I hear that. So big up to more rehab. We need rehab, but you know we're gonna end the show on a note of love. So being a number one Afrobeats DJ in the city, you know.
I'm not number one, yo.
So what gets you know, does Kiga get, you know, with the ladies? The ladies love Kiga?
I plead the fifth.
Okay, so no plans for Valentine's Day, you're saying?
Yeah, I have plans.
So what do you what do you mean, man? Like, well, how many plans? One
Just
plan?
one plan. I have one plan, yeah. For sure.
One plan? So there's a special lady in the life of Kiga, you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. No names?
No.
All right. How about you, Computer Steve?
For what?
Valentine's Day, you're not saying nothing?
Pardon?
For Valentine's Day, you're not
I
saying
can't hear
nothing?
you. I don't know. No, it's like no. Yeah. I'm good.
You're good.
I don't know what I'm gonna do yet, but yeah, there's gonna be like someone.
Well, I'm putting out the ad right now for Valentine's
No,
Day.
I know who it is. Like,
This
I
is
already know.
OG Mac G putting it to you live.
How about you?
You can
OG
come
Mac
over to
G?
my house.
Pause.
3 shots max.
I do not want to come to your
And
house,
I'll
sir.
crack your shit.
Pause.
Pause. That's my plan for Valentine's Day. I just put the ad on. Love you, baby girl. This is Balaclava Diaries. Please like and subscribe. We out.
So, hold on, guys.
Okay,
We
so
still got the full
fact
stats.
check.
We still got the full stats. Not
Fact
just a
check.
fact check, but just like a general stats for like all the stuff we went through. Sorry if I mispronounced this. You said you're from Bujumbura, Burundi.
Mhm.
Okay. That's not the capital. Is it not? It's not the capital,
No, they changed the capital.
but it's the biggest city though.
Yeah.
Okay,
They changed
cool.
the capital like 2-3 years ago.
Okay, cool. But okay, so yeah, I saw that it wasn't the capital, but it is the biggest city. It's just over 1 million people. It says population wise.
Yeah.
You mentioned virtual DJ. Shout out to virtual DJ.
Imagine.
That shit came out it first came out 2003.
That's crazy.
So that's how long you been DJing, fam?
No.
Well, that's when the first.
You're lying to yourself. It's
No, it's
2003.
virtual-
Don't lie. Don't lie.
This
It's
came out
okay.
on Windows
It's okay.
XP, bro. I'm just
Yeah.
trying to say like that's how long it's been around.
Yeah.
You were virtual DJing what year though?
I was like practicing on it like probably like 2007.
Okay.
But just playing around, you know? I just
Yeah.
didn't-
At your
not
house
much.
on your computer and shit.
not just playing. Yeah.
Issa Cruza.
Oh man.
Profit.
When was the first time you started making
Oh.
profit from your events? Yeah, when was the first
I better-
time
yo,
you
the
started
CRA better not
breaking
be
some
watching
real
right now.
bread? I see you in the Lacoste sweater.
No profit.
I see you in the
No,
brand new
I don't
Lacoste,
know.
the icy red. I see you, baby. With the what is that?
Sir.
What kind of boot is that, yo?
Sir.
What kind of boot is that? The
Sir.
chancletas.
What profit? There's no profit.
Oh shoot.
CRA.
Alleged profit.
Allegedly.
My bad.
It's not like it's a
Yeah.
big deal or anything. Just like
You don't have to know the number, but you know.
Yeah, it was at 16. 16-year-old. That was the first party I used to do with like the guys I started Mwami with. So we did parties like when I was 16 in Ethiopia. So that was my first time making profit. But that was like the first night we made profit.
my first party. I started when I was here. I was 18. But sneaking to my own event. I was underage because I wasn't 19 yet. I had to sneak into my own event.
This is true facts. I was there.
You were there?
I don't know if I
was
knew you yet.
fucking there. No, I didn't know you, but I was in there.
Drake was there first night.
Every
too, I
man
think.
was in there. That was the vibe to be at.
Drake was
When
there.
you
What
was
was
coming
what
down.
was the party?
It was called. Can we give it up though?
So fresh, so clean.
So fresh, so clean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so fresh, so clean. This is a way back in the day thing, but
Yeah, let's go.
this
was
is where you brought the illest fucking shoes you had in your closet.
yeah,
Doesn't matter if someone stepped on it that night. Soul fresh, soul clean.
Where
So your
was it?
souls have to come true
We
icy,
moved
and you
around.
have to have designer
We moved-
on. If you
moved
don't have
around.
designer on, it's like, and it's like street designer, not like Gucci Louis. You could do that if you want, but it's like if man seen you in a Lamar and Dolly and a nudie jeans, they'd be like, shit, this nigga's icy. You know what I'm saying? But this was the vibes
Nah.
back then.
The real guys were not fucking with nudies. The nudies were like
But back then, this is a long time ago. That's a long time ago.
it was all about PRPS.
PRPS
No,
was
the
heavy
biggest one we
too.
did. The
Yeah,
biggest
so-
one we did was the Docs Rebel.
Mhm.
It was called Docs. That was the biggest one we did.
This guy's selling out stadiums like, no, I'm joking.
But that was then. That shit.
Yeah,
shit
how do you
ended.
find? Okay, so
Yeah.
the biggest complaint about Toronto is, oh, we don't have any venues. There's no spots to do anything. And I've seen you at fucking like Bart St. Lo. I seen you at fucking what's the place? The place Drake Hotel.
Yeah.
I seen you at fucking Hush Hush.
Yeah.
I seen you in a fucking back of closet, fucking Queen Street, upstairs backyard. I seen you in a fucking like, huh?
Yeah.
So talk to the people, them. Talk to the kids. They don't know. What's with the venues?
Yeah.
Don't give it all, but you know.
Just go outside, man. Just go outside. Don't stay at home.
Get off your computer.
Just go outside, like supporting supporting other parties, like going outside is super important when you're trying to, just like connecting with the owners, connecting wherever you see that you like. Just
So yo, we're telling you right now,
get outside.
Balaclava Diaries is hosting a caruza, and it's gonna be the most sell-off party you ever went to. You see?
Let's get it.
Can I get the rest of the facts or no?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Cruiser, he says South African origin.
Yeah.
South Africa. I looked up. I said how many languages are there? So South Africa has 11 official languages.
Oh, that's
so
good.
official. Beyond the official, unofficial is probably even way more.
Yeah.
But there's 11 official. English and Afrikaans, and there's like 9 ethnic languages are part of the official ones.
Yeah.
Remix project.
Yeah.
We talked about because you talked about Gavin.
Yeah.
I don't know if so way back it was called Inner City Visions. I don't know if anyone remembers
that was the first name. Yeah.
And basically
You
all it
remember that?
was,
Yeah.
all it was like a studio space down by like Islington and like Lakeshore.
Yeah.
And basically what you do is you'd walk in there and it was like a little computer lab where like if you're an artist, basically they had free like studio time for like rappers.
Yeah.
And Drex would sit there and like help mix your shit
Yeah.
and give you your tape and you can use your like songs then.
Yeah.
But shout out to fucking you. It's like Gavin. Drex was the other guy that started Remix.
Yeah.
With him. Drex is now the CFO and the COO for OVO.
For OVO?
Yeah. He left Remix like
Yo, Remix does big things. Keep it real, yo. They have some of the biggest acts, biggest.
They started Remix when they started Remix.
Are you aiming to do something like that? You know what I'm saying?
Liberty.
Like, put on the realest acts of Toronto. You know what I'm saying?
But the guy, I don't know Gavin, but like I met Drex like ages ago when I was like a kid. But he was the other guy. Yeah, he started Remix. When they moved to the big building, had their own shit in like Liberty. Drex ended up leaving like just after that. He just
because he started.
He got offer from OVO because they like Oliver and them knew him and just brought him in. So you can't say no.
No, because he manages Majid Jordan.
Right, because part of that too on the side. Yeah,
big up to Majid Jordan on the show anytime.
Drex Incredible was his rap name. He used to rap too.
Wow, I didn't know.
Yeah, that guy. You might be able to find music videos.
Even Computer Steve comes with the facts all the time.
I had no idea that he did that.
Boiler Room started 2010. And at first, when he started after March 2010, they started. I don't know if you guys remember Ustream. Ustream was like a streaming website similar to what Twitch is for gaming. Ustream was like you stream your webcam.
I remember Ustream.
So Boiler Room started originally as like a weekly,
on Ustream.
as an official like partner broadcast on Ustream Weekly.
Oh.
I brought up like a genre from like Africa that's popping off now too. It's called Amo Piano. It's a subgenre of house music from South Africa that came in the mid 2010s.
Is there any piano in it, or is that just the name?
No, there is piano.
Yeah,
no,
it's like
that's the bass. That's the bass.
It's like melodic house music.
See, he came with the facts too. I like that.
And the guy was talking about the whole WizKid and who kind of like
in the Karate
shouted out
Kicks?
both. It was Offset. This is what he actually wrote on his like Instagram. It's like myself and Burna Boy got some fire coming. I reached out to WizKid's team so he can jump on my record, but that motherfucker was too expensive. Had to go for someone lower than him. Thank you so much, Burna Boy.
Wow.
And I'm like, this is like kind of like just double. I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, this is like a shot.
That's how Caruza's gonna be just now. That's why we're getting this guy early, yo. Big up to Caruza. Big up Balaclava Diaries. Big up Human Computer Steve. Big up Incognegro. We wish you get better soon. And Kiga.
Yeah, well.
Dumb man. Shout out your fucking Instagram and all that to the people, them.
Yeah, so
all the Instagrams, all of them.
It's Kigaland, so Kigaland. So you can find me like on all social media through that name. And yeah, I hope to talk to you soon and see you at Caruza or anywhere you see me in the streets. Come say hi. Go outside.
Go outside
Be
at
back outside.
OG.G at Instagram. 3 Balaclavas on Instagram. Hit us up. We out.
RIP to Gangsta Boo.
R.I.P. to Gangsta Boo.
R.I.P. the gangster boo.